So lately, over the past few months, we've been hearing this narrative that foreign shop owners or spaza owners are poisoning South Africans with the food they sell in their spazas, and the same food that they've been selling to South Africans for the past 20 years that foreigners were controlling this industry. Why would they poison their clients? And why would they start today when xenophobia is high? Let's listen to the expert and hear.
As it relates to food poisoning, the story that is going around that food poisoning, spaza shops, etc. Unfortunately, that's not the case. In terms of all our investigations in the city around the death that happened, we found out that it's organophosphate. In one instance, in Vosloorus, the family prepared and consumed sandwiches, and there were two children that died of that after consuming that. And over and above the sandwiches, they also consumed chips, which are Simba chips. And we tested both. And the positive traces of organophosphate was found in the home-prepared sandwich. And as relates to the chips that were bought elsewhere, those were found to be negative in terms of any trace of food poisoning. So the problem that we're picking up is mainly from organophosphate, the aldicarb, commonly known as aldicarb, and in all the instances, like in Tsakani, there was also an incident where we had to test biscuits, and they also were found to be negative. But tracing this matter further, we found out that there were fruit and vegetables that were stored by a neighbor who's selling this. And where he's storing this, he's also using this aldicarb, and the contamination should have happened due to that. And that's why we had this case of aldicarb.
So we are hearing that the city of Johannesburg has done its experiments and tests, and it has discovered that the poisonings have not been happening from food brought from spaza shops. It actually has been happening in the house and from neighbors who are South Africans. So why is the narrative that the spaza shops are the ones poisoning South African children still going on when we know very well that scientifically that is not the case? Why is this lie continuing? Why did we hear the chairman of the Youth League of the ANC today spreading xenophobia and trying to cast aspersions upon these spaza shops for which we have not seen any evidence that the poisoning is coming from them? It's clear that poisoning has been happening in the house, neighbors have been poisoning, and these toxins are not in the spazas, but they're actually in houses, as you can hear. So why is the narrative about spazas? And why is this narrative coming at a time when we have seen people like Pick n Pay and ShopRite wanting to go into the township to tap into this $200 billion economy? And why are South Africans always so gullible? You've been told lies about Jacob Zuma. You've been told lies about everything. You've even been told that you did not exist in South Africa by the time white people come here, but you're still listening to this media. You have not legislated against the lies of this media. So are South Africans being paid to kill their own children or to kill their neighbors' children in order to drive these spazas out, or these foreigners out of the spazas, so that the white businesses can come and take over? When are you guys going to wake up